Lady, go!
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Bug Out. I want to do this video here, and I really want you to try and pay attention and differentiate between what is being said and what's not being said in the pictures on the wall, okay? Now, years ago, I had gathered a bunch of paperwork on how to build a log cabin, and I come across all this stuff. And I thought, you know what, this might be a good time to go over a few things on how to build a shelter. Now, there are lots of channels that you can look at that will show you how to do this. But this is what I was at in 2010, trying to figure out where and how I was going to build a log cabin. Now, I had gone on a several state road trip, looking for back roads, looking for gold, for panning for gold, where I could put a log cabin at, where I wanted to, if I wanted it in the mountains or on flat land, what state I wanted it on, and I ended up coming back to Texas. But that's okay, because I still have all these atlases and maps and all these things for surrounding states, and I also have the papers on how to build something as far as a log cabin is concerned. Now, I can't do that right now. We've already talked about that because of my back being out and everything. But it's important that you see what is going on around you on the big stage. For lack of a better term, shit is hitting the fan. The fat lady is singing. You need to figure out how to survive this shit if you fucking can. I mean, come on. So, a foundation is a very important thing. And such as with a log cabin, the foundation could be that your house is going to stay up or it's going to collapse. And I think that we're seeing that on a big scale in a lot of ways. The light, the cigar. I'm working with a new app, so it's kind of difficult for me. This is one of the longer videos on the app for making videos and production stuff. But these pictures, it's just like Lincoln Logs. Okay, that's the main concept. Just like Lincoln Logs. If Barney Rebel can do it, so can you. And you can have your little place. Now, this is like shit hitting the fan. My big dream, my big vision, and where I could see myself is I will be out in the freaking woods. I might be an old lady out there eating fucking berries and bear shit, but I will be surviving, and I will be thriving, because at this point, we're in the collapse, and when you put all the pieces of the pie together, you'll see that, okay? It's important that you need to get as much water stocked up as you can, okay? Besides water, you do need to get protection, and get lots of protection. Now, as you can see, there's been a couple little tidbits of information where you want to put a log cabin at and where you don't want to put a log cabin at, all right? You want to follow some basic instructions, even though you're gonna not want to, but you're gonna want to follow some. Now, in a hurry, you want to get underground, as far underground as you can. All right, don't be like a parakeet in a mine. All right, you see what I'm saying? You're gonna need to fell these trees that you're gonna use to build your shelter with, if you have to, out in the bush. And it doesn't matter where it's at, on whose land it is, because once the shit hits the fan, all that's irrelevant anymore, okay? The rules that you grew up with are gone. The other thing you want to figure out is outhouses, or a latrine. These right here are very important, and they're really pretty easy to dig and move around and stuff. You just want to make sure you do not contaminate your groundwater. And so make sure you're at least 100 foot or better from any stream or river or lake on your outhouse, or your well for that matter. And you're not going to put toilet paper in there, all right? But do your research on this. Do your research. This is coming again. You have to be prepared. And a lot of us aren't going to be able to leave our houses, so we got to make adjustments to our houses, all right? And you just got to make sure it ain't full of ass. But anyway, it's the panic button has already been pushed for me. It was pushed a long time ago. Sorry, y'all, but that's the truth, okay? That's the whole idea about bug out adventures. You know, you got to be prepared to bug out. And several times I always say, worst case scenario, you got what you have. I'm having so many difficulties with this volume thing and this voice recording part on this app. But anyway, back to the deal. To the video, y'all. You know, I hate to think that I'm preaching to the choir, but don't take anything for granted. Don't take it for granted at all. Educate yourself. You know, get some hard copies of some information. You're not going to have your phone. You're not even have internet or anything like that, okay? You're going to have to throw all that out. You might have to go back to rock, paper, scissors, okay? But have some hard copies of information written down. Have a notebook or, you know, something. And you got to make sure that whatever you do is sturdy. It's going to hold up for you, for your needs. But, you know, this, I don't know what else to say, y'all. All this shit going on in the world's got me kind of discombobulated. Discombobulated. You know, I'm trying not to get to where I don't give a fuck. You know, I know what's going to happen's going to happen, but damn, with everything going on and all the weaponization and factions and the power, the firepower that over these people have. I'm not just talking about people who wear that shit over their head and yak yak bo crap. I'm talking about real shit here. Get ready.